I'm with Brad Unruh.
Yes.
Today. Brad, you sent a letter to Chairman Hubbard of the State Republican Party requesting for some type of investigation. Explain that to me.
I sent a letter to Chairman Hubbard requesting a full audit of the books, the current financial records, and from year 2000 forward to the standing and a full accounting of expenditures and income.
When Chairman Hubbard took control of the party, was all the money accounted for when he took over control?
No, it was not. I specifically remember I was on the steering committee at that time, and there was questions raised. He obviously, just assuming office, didn't know, he couldn't give an account for, I think it was, if I remember correctly, $175,000 to $250,000. He said we were either in the red or missing, and in that meeting, you know, I called for, I said, there needs to be an audit. I mean, you know, and to my knowledge, that still hasn't been done.
All right. Part of the audit process, do you feel that there's some questions that needs to be answered in the audit as far as money that's gone to some of Governor Bob Riley's family?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, you know, it doesn't look good on the surface, and it certainly looks unethical. But I know specifically from very first-hand knowledge, reliable sources that, you know, there was a check came in from a Gulf Coast, some sort of paving company, and it's shown on the you know, the incomes of $50,000 that was directed to be used towards Minda.
I'm handing you a document that shows $50,000 that was given from a asphalt company out of Texas. Is that the one that you're talking about?
Yes, that's the one that was supposed to be spent towards Minda. And you'll notice on the expenditures on the reporting that after that $50,000 check, she started getting payments.
So you're saying that $50,000, you, based on your information, was earmarked to go to Governor Riley's daughter?
Yes.
Okay. Did she have an office in the Republican Party headquarters?
Yes.
Was that during the time Bob Riley was running for election or re-election?
The only time I knew about her having an office in the party was when I was on the steering committee, and that was from 2005 to 2008.
All right. Now, you were a member of the Young Republicans, is that right?
I was chairman of the Young Professional Republican Federation of Alabama.
All right, let me clear up one thing while we're talking. Are you currently part of the gaming industry or paid by the gaming industry?
No, I'm not.
Okay. So what is your motivation behind sending a letter to the Republican Party?
I think that I think these questions need to be answered. I think that we, like in government, we need transparency. There needs to be an accounting for this.
As a member of the Republican Party, and Bob Riley, I guess, was your man, being the Republican Party. He's doing a lot of fighting against electronic bingo. There's a lot of accusations with the Mississippi casinos, the Indians, funneling him money. Now his task force boss man's been caught at Mississippi Indian casinos. Do you think part of the motivation behind the governor's actions is to do with that he's gotten money from the Indians to stop bingo in Alabama?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And the hypocrisy of that is it's beyond reproach.
Is that what your hopes that this audit will be? We'll find out for sure.
My hopes is that whatever questions may be out there are answered. Because I don't stand to gain anything out of this. But these questions are there, and the governor needs to account for this.
Do you think the governor needs to be more straightforward with the public and honest?
Absolutely. I think the governor has dodged these questions for far too long.
I see that with the Indians, also with the former lobbyists that have been convicted, Jack Abernoff and Michael Scanlon. Do you think there's too many bad apple connections with the governor of his motivations? Or do you think he's being straight up, that he's really that personally convicted?
No, I do not. I do not think that Governor Riley has been straight up from day one about his connections with the Indian and Mississippi gambling casinos. There's strong connections there. Look at Michael Scanlon, worked for Abramoff. He was Governor Riley's press secretary, former press secretary. In 2001, he goes to work for Jack Abramoff in Mississippi. You have Twinkle Anders Cavanaugh, nice lady. She used to be on the payroll, well, matter of fact, when she first got elected as chairman of the party. That's when I was active. I mean, she had to quit her position from representing the Choctaws. But yet she's the same one, you know, that pushes resolutions for the steering committee to adopt that denounces gambling in Alabama. How convenient.
Do you expect Hubbard to respond to you, or do you expect?
I certainly hope he does. I certainly hope that, you know, that they're professional about this and do the right thing and answer these questions and not only with their usual smear tactics, but, you know, just put it out there for the record to be seen.
There's 6 people running for governor on the Republican Party. Should they be demanding these answers also?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. Anything else you want to say?
I just hope that the party leadership provides true leadership and transparency and does the right thing and does a full and complete forensic audit.
Thank you.